The love of my life is here tonight. I just want that second chance, so if you could come on out.
Selena and Justin's timeline was already filled with more plot twists than a telenovela. But this moment, it made everyone stop and do a double take. At first, it felt emotional, maybe even spontaneous. But now, we've got context. Selena's team just confirmed that Justin reached out again last year, and now fans are connecting the dots. That viral clip hit so differently when you know what was really going on behind the scenes. And if he was seriously trying to get her back, the real question is, just how close did he get? Justin trying to win Selena back. OMG, the Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber saga is literally the drama that never stops giving. Their entire situationship, known as Jelena by the stan community, was the main character of pop culture for literal years. Just when everyone thought the book was closed and the tea had gone cold, 2024 showed up with boiling hot drama that had TikTok and Twitter spiraling. Justin Bieber, deep into his dad era with baby in tow, apparently decided to slide into Selena's DMs, only to get completely ghosted while her squad dropped all the receipts. This was giving serious I live rent-free in my ex's head energy. And honestly, we're absolutely here for the mess. The Jelena cinematic universe began in 2009 when a baby-faced Justin serenaded young Selena at a New Year's Eve event, launching what would become the ultimate on-again, off-again romance of the 2010s. There, toxic love officially flatlined in 2018 when Justin rebounded faster than a TikTok trend and put a ring on Hailey Baldwin just months later. Fast forward to 2024, and the plot just keeps thickening. Justin had entered full family man mode with Hailey, welcoming their son Jack in August. Meanwhile, Selena was thriving in her Benny Blanco era. Full couple goals, cozy vibes, and a relationship that just kept getting more serious. And right. In the middle of all that, Justin apparently entered his desperate ex phase. In September 2024, Life and Style dropped a bombshell report that Justin, fresh into fatherhood, wanted to make peace with Selena and her man Benny. According to Insider, T, becoming a dad, had mellowed Justin out, and he felt he needed to clear the air in his karma with Selena. He wants a clean slate, the source revealed. He knows he was immature in the past. The timing? Seuss AF. This so-called peace offering came just as engagement rumors between Selena and Benny were heating up, rumors that were hard-launched. On Instagram in December when Selena showed off her massive marquee diamond ring to the world. Some reports even claim Benny popped the question back in August, but they delayed the announcement, possibly out of respect for Justin's baby announcement. We love a considerate queen. But wait, the tea keeps flowing. In Touch Weekly claimed, Justin didn't just think about reaching out, he tried. Their sources said Justin made multiple attempts to contact both Selena and Benny to squash the tension and normalize their relationship. Spoiler alert, he got left on read. Brutal. Justin has tried to get in touch with Selena and Benny on multiple occasions, but they've ignored him, a source told In Touch. And that rejection hit differently, especially since Justin and Benny had previously collaborated on bangers like Love Yourself and Lonely. According to Loss 40 US, Justin was totally shook that Benny distanced himself after locking down Selena. To fully understand the main character energy here, we have to remember just how down bad Justin used to be for Selena. He admitted in past interviews that she was his ultimate muse, and back then she was all that mattered to him. I was in a great place, in my relationship, and she was all that mattered. And when the host asked if he meant Selena, he didn't even try to hide it. This is true. I was definitely in love. In another interview dripping with vulnerability, Justin admitted that Selena continued to inspire his music long after they broke up. What inspires me the most when I write music? Probably my ex-girlfriend. There are things that remind me of her. The heartbreak was still so real, and the tea about Justin's 2024 reach-out didn't come from him. Nope, Selena's camp did a full power move by leaking the info anonymously to the media, exposing his failed DM attempts and serving him a digital restraining order via the ignore button. No official PR statement, just pure silent dominance. Selena stayed out of the drama, but her team expertly controlled the narrative without her ever having to say a word. Sources told Hindustan Times that Justin apparently caught feelings again when Selena's engagement news dropped, viewing it as the end of an era. But those same sources also emphasized that Justin was still booed up with Haley and focused on his dad era. Then came December 2024, when Justin posted a self-timer photo with Haley, soundtracked by Lizzie McAlpine's All My Ghosts, a song with major ex-nostalgia vibes. Fans immediately clocked it as subtle shade toward Selena's engagement. Ola even reported on the suspicious timing, saying it revealed Justin's not-so-hidden emotions. And then came April 2025. Justin woke up and chose petty. He posted a meme of Gollum from Lord of the Rings with the caption, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." The internet exploded. Everyone decoded it as direct shade at Selena, and the fandom assembled like the Avengers to drag him for it. According to BuzzFeed, this wasn't the first time Justin had posted cryptic, passive-aggressive content that seemed aimed at Selena's engagement. The pattern was undeniable. Fans were asking, is he really over her? Or is she still living rent-free in his head? Meanwhile, Selena continued serving unbothered queen energy, thriving on only murders in the building and completely ignoring the noise. The internet was split. Was Justin's 2024 outreach a genuine moment of healing and growth? Or was it giving, "I miss what I can't have" vibes? Were his shady 2025 posts proof of lingering feelings? Or were fans just reaching? Whatever the truth behind Justin's motives, one thing was clear: Selena and her team were not here for any comeback season. By exposing the failed DM attempts and continuing to serve calm, confident energy, Selena's circle drew a clear boundary. Justin was filed under irrelevant exes, and Selena kept flourishing in her Benny Blanco era. Selena's decision to leave Justin on red? It was iconic. User Aninhabru on April 13, 2025, absolutely demolished the Beliebers with one savage post. They said what a lot of people were thinking. Beliebers, it's time to accept that Selena doesn't want any part of that man's show or his trashy little couple dynamic. And honestly, facts were spoken. The rest of the post summed up what fans have been shouting into the void for years. Selena has every right to write and sing about her lived experiences. The double standard is deafening. Because if Justin dropped a moody track about his past with her, everyone would be hailing him as vulnerable and deep. But when Selena does it, suddenly it's drama. Absolutely not. Fans made it clear they're done with the tired narrative that paints Selena as petty just for speaking her truth. And really, she doesn't owe anyone silence, especially not when the other party keeps throwing cryptic shade from the shadows. Over on Reddit, the girlies were fully suited up for battle. In a thread titled "Justin Bieber Continues to Throw Shade on His Instagram" from April 2025, user Here on Company Time came in swinging. Yeah, and that mental health crashing out post? Definitely aimed at her too. He has a wife and a child. He needs to leave her alone. She's allowed to be happy without him. Period. Point blank. That comment lit a match. The thread exploded, with others piling on to finally say what's been simmering for a while. Justin's vague posts, emotional outbursts, and subtle jabs, not just immature, exhausting. Fans were over it. Like, you have a whole family now, sir. A baby. Why are you still lurking in your ex's shadow every time she glows up? Another Reddit user, Cade Kamsi, hit the nail on the head. He should have taken the time to heal. Selena did. And look at her now, thriving in a healthy, loving relationship. And that is the tea. Selena's healing arc has been beautiful to watch. She's done the work, she's grown, and she's glowing. Meanwhile, Justin still seems stuck, poking at the past instead of embracing his own present. But the most brutal, read. That came from user _stitch_witch, who dropped what might be the truest line of the entire internet. He married the rebound, but Selena actually moved on, and he can't stand it. Oof. No lies detected. This entire saga became a masterclass in what happens when one person actually heals and the other just performs like they have. Then came the Galaxy Brain comment from Reddit user FunEntertainment9004, who wasn't buying the idea that Justin was triggered by Selena's new music. It's not the album, they said. He doesn't give a he. It's her unproblematic relationship with Benny. That's what's eating him. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Fans agreed. It wasn't the lyrics, it was the love. Because Benny Blanco? He's giving everything Justin didn't. Fans watched his interviews and were genuinely moved. Benny came off as thoughtful, emotionally intelligent, grounded, a literal breath of fresh air in a world where the bare minimum from men is often glorified. He wasn't just supportive. He was respectful, introspective, and most importantly, unbothered. That quiet confidence, it hit hard. Fans weren't just celebrating Selena's happiness, they were fully romanticizing it. So much so that people started apologizing to Benny for doubting him when the relationship first went public. In contrast, Justin's past behavior, the emotional spirals, questionable decisions, and lack of real growth, looked even more glaring. This wasn't about music anymore. This was about watching your ex level up with someone who was actually emotionally available, genuinely stable, and clearly good for her. And if you're not in a good place mentally or emotionally, watching that unfold in public can absolutely shred your ego. That's not shade, it's just the truth. And while the Stan Army had Selena's back, her celebrity besties were throwing just as much shade and support. Taylor Swift, Selena's ride or die since day one, stayed loud with her loyalty. When Selena hard-launched her engagement to Benny in December 2024, Taylor didn't miss a beat. "Yes, I will be the flower girl," she commented on the announcement post, delivering elite BFF energy and publicly celebrating Selena's glow-up. Taylor's been riding for Selena for years, especially through her healing phase post-Justin. Back in 2019, during a Beats One interview, Taylor hyped up "Lose You to Love Me," widely decoded as Justin Shade, and called it the best thing Selena had ever done. And who could forget the 2019 AMAs, where Taylor was spotted on camera, giving full-on hype girl energy during Selena's emotional performance? A full-circle sisterhood moment. Loyalty level, unmatched, and the drama didn't just stay between Selena and Justin, it bled into their larger circles, especially when things got tense between Selena and Hailey in 2023. That's when Jeffree Star entered his Defender era, going viral for trashing Hailey's skincare brand in a TikTok, literally tossing one of her products in the garbage and calling her a Nepo baby. Jeffree made it clear, no bullying in his house. Even Lady Gaga came through, commenting on a TikTok video during that chaotic time. Selena is beautiful inside and out, simple, subtle, powerful, another real one. And then came Jennifer Stone, Selena's Wizards of Waverly Place bestie, who posted a shady lip-sync TikTok captioned, "When people try to mess with my people." That Disney Channel loyalty hits different. Meanwhile, other celebs joined the silent support squad. Singer Pia Mia dropped makeup tutorials using Selena's tracks, Jordan Woods flexed rare beauty products in her snaps, and Mooney Long gave Who Says a full-on TikTok moment, fangirling over Selena's classics. Then, in March 2025, with Selena and Benny giving peak couple goals, Taylor Swift popped out of her usual Instagram silence to comment on their album, I Said I Love You First. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, I love this album so much. Oh my God. Dead. Not a word about Justin. But the message was loud. This avalanche of celeb and fan support formed a protective shield around Selena, validating her choice to ghost Justin's reach out and keep living her best, unbothered life. The message couldn't have been clearer. Selena doesn't owe her toxic ex a single moment of her peace. But the most iconic part? Selena's own silence. Her total refusal to acknowledge Justin's DMs or shady Instagram behavior. That's the power move. She didn't rant, she didn't clap back, she just kept thriving. In March 2025, she dropped I Said I Love You First with Benny, an album fans quickly decoded as laced with lyrical references to her Justin era. One track in particular, How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, included the lyric, Do New Chapter. Unlike her high-profile and turbulent past with Justin, her connection with Benny unfolded quietly, away from the noise, the gossip, and the relentless flash of paparazzi cameras. It wasn't performative. It was real. And that's what made all the difference. By the time rumors started swirling that Justin had tried to slide back into Selena's DMs in late 2024, the narrative had already changed. Selena wasn't the broken-hearted ex anymore. She was an engaged woman, deeply rooted in a stable relationship with someone who respected her peace. The reported DM attempt. It didn't spark drama. It only underscored the stark contrast between two very different journeys post-breakup. Selena's refusal to even acknowledge the shade, the memes, or the social media antics wasn't just silence. It was power. The same internet that once scrutinized her every move was now applauding her evolution. Her focus was on her music, her wellness, and her man, not on an ex still trying to decode relevance through cryptic posts. Public opinion didn't just shift, it flipped entirely. Selena went from being a symbol of heartbreak to a case study in healing. Her story wasn't about revenge, it was about release. And for the fans who followed every high and low of Atiir Jelena, it felt like the satisfying, emotionally intelligent finale they didn't know they needed. Would you like this section dramatized for a voiceover in a viral-style video too? Apologizing, which had fans spiraling with theories, but Selena shut it down fast. She clarified in interviews that the lyrics weren't about any specific ex, and that she was simply expressing universal emotions through her music. That denial didn't stop the speculation, of course, but it did reinforce her commitment to keeping the focus on her growth, not her grief. This whole rollout, both musically and personally, was a textbook example of how to thrive post-heartbreak. Selena didn't just move on, she elevated. From cryptic captions to curated silence, every choice she made in 2025 pointed to a woman in control of her narrative. Even when Justin's actions invited mess, she answered with music. And not just any music. Music co-created with her fiancé, showcasing their bond in the most poetic, intentional way possible. Public reaction followed suit. Fans weren't just defending her, they were celebrating her. TikTok edits romanticizing her glow-up, comment sections flooded with "mother is mothering" energy, and even think pieces dissecting her emotional intelligence. Selena wasn't just thriving, she was being studied for it. In contrast, Justin's reactions felt stuck in a feedback loop of nostalgia and shade. As one Reddit user bluntly put it, she moved on. He didn't. And with each passive-aggressive post, that point became more undeniable, apologizing, which E! News reported had fans convinced was just encoded, though Selena denied the inspiration. And honestly, that's what made her whole approach chef's kiss. Instead of getting sucked into the drama cycle, Selena served unbothered queen energy, refusing to react or confirm anything. Unlike the earlier Selena timeline, where cryptic posts from both sides used to fuel chaos, Selena's 2024 to 2025 vibe was mature, grounded, and completely unfazed. The Mirror US even reported in April 2025 that Selena was continuing to slay on the only murders in the building set in NYC, serving face and fashion while refusing to even acknowledge Justin's shade-laced posts. It was the contrast for everyone. While Justin was out here posting memes and allegedly spiraling, Selena was busy leveling up and living rent-free in the culture. Post-Yelena, their diverging journeys have become a real-time case study in how to move on. Yes, both have new partners. But while Justin fast-tracked into a whole marriage with Hailey just months after Selena, Selena's glow-up feels like it was earned through deep, emotional work. She's been vocal about her healing process, therapy, boundaries, self-reflection. Her documentary, My Mind and Me, even called her breakup with Justin the best thing that ever happened to her. That's closure. Meanwhile, Justin's actions, especially the reported DMs in late 2024 and those shady posts, had people wondering if he ever really processed the end of Yelena. After all, the internet exploded when Selena trended in August 2024, right after Justin announced his baby news. Hola reported it, and it just showed. No matter how far they go, they're still algorithmically linked, which is why Selena choosing to leave him on read. Iconic. Elite-level boundary setting. It told the world, I've moved on, and I'm not looking back. And let's talk about that engagement delay. According to Brazil's Revista Monet, Selena and Benny intentionally delayed announcing their engagement by 4 months to avoid stealing the spotlight from Justin's baby announcement. Let that sink in. They had zero obligation to do that, but they chose maturity, respect, and discretion. Compare that to Justin's alleged DMs and Lord of the Rings meme. One side is clearly doing the emotional work, the other still finding their footing. It's all too relatable. Watching an ex thrive with someone new, even when you're the one who moved on, can trigger some complicated feelings. And Justin's reportedly messy response feels like a textbook example, especially when you consider that old clip where he publicly apologized during a comedy event for how he fumbled the relationship. Sure, it might have been part of a bit, but the sentiment, it clearly lingered. Those reported late 2024 DMs could have been his way of revisiting unfinished business, but the timing and the way he went about it, it just didn't pass the vibe check. And here's the strategic brilliance. Selena didn't even publicly call him out. She let the leaks speak for her. That's chess, not checkers. She acknowledged the situation without letting it hijack her narrative. Because when you're in your main character era, you don't chase chaos. You curate peace. The overwhelming love Selena's received, from fans, celebs, and besties like Taylor Swift, only reinforces that she's on the right path. Together, they've created a protective force field around her glow-up. As of April 2025, she's thriving, booked, and building a future on her terms. Justin's journey? Still playing out in public, still complicated, but one thing is clear. Selena is done looking back. While the world may keep pairing their names, algorithmically, she's focused on her now, and manifesting her next. And that's how you win. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click one of the boxes on your screen to watch more hot takes and viral deep dives.